will say the same thing, and he'll mention a sin he thinks it's a sin that he's done. He'll say, go to somebody else. They will go to Ibrahim alayhi salam. He will say the same thing, go to somebody else. I'm worried about myself. They'll go to Musa alayhi salam. He will say, I killed the Qibti, the Coptic in Egypt. I killed him, and I'm worried about that. And I'm worried about myself. Go to somebody else. They're going to go to Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ will also say, I'm worried about myself. Go to somebody else. And they will go to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. All of humanity, from the first to the last, from the Muslim to the Kafir, from the Ins to the Jinn, all of humanity as a delegation will go to our Prophet ﷺ, and they will say, Ya Rasulullah, Allah chose you above the creation, and Allah made you the Khatim al-Anbiya, and Allah did this and Allah did that. Why don't you go to Allah and plead with Him to begin the Day of Judgment, to begin the reckoning, the hisab? And so the Prophet ﷺ will say, Ana laha, ana laha. This is my responsibility. This is my responsibility. And this is called al-Maqam al-Mahmud. This is called the praiseworthy station, that the Prophet ﷺ will be praised by the entire creation for doing this shafa'ah. And that will begin the Day of Judgment. And the Day of Judgment will begin by setting up mawazeen. وَنَضَعُ الْمَوَازِينَ الْقِسْطَ لِيَوْمِ الْقِيَامَةِ. We're going to place mizan, scales. And there's going to be scales for every single person. You will have your own scale waiting for you. And there's going to be 3 types of people when it comes to the scale. 3 types of people. The first, يَدْخُلُونَ الْجَنَّةَ بِغَيْرِ حِسَابٍ. They're going to enter Jannah without any hisab, which means they skip the scales. And this is going to be the elite of the elite. Not even the average elite, if you like, if there's such a thing. This is going to be the highest, the crème de la crème, as they say. The Prophet ﷺ said that there's going to be only 70,000 people. Now you think 70,000 is a huge amount. Do the calculations. Right now we're 1 billion Muslims. Add to that all the Muslims from the time of the Prophet ﷺ. Add to that till the Day of Judgment. And then he said there's going to be 70,000, which is then a drop in the bucket. 70,000, they will enter Jannah without hisab. In one version he says, for every one of these, Allah will grant another 70,000. So you do the math, it's 1.49 million. Still, 1.49 million is not, it's not that much. Nonetheless, this is going to be يَدْخُلُونَ الْجَنَّةَ بِغَيْرِ حِسَابٍ. They don't even have to go through the hisab. There's not going to be a weighing. And this is what we strive and ask Allah for, even though we realize it's going to be for that elite. Who they are, that's a topic of another discussion. The second category when it comes to the hisab is that they're going to have a generic hisab. The Prophet ﷺ made a dua to Allah that, oh Allah, we want hasibna hisaban yasira. We want to have an easy hisab. Aisha asked, what does this mean? What is a hisaban yasira? And so the Prophet ﷺ said, this is just the ard, this is just to show.